Hi, welcome to Centerville Reports Today. I'm Maureen Russell-Hodson. When we say that the Washington Centerville Public Library has a program for everyone, we mean it. And that means even the little tots who may not even be able to read yet. Here to tell us more about the 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten is Becky Camillus, who is the Youth Services Team Leader at the library. Hi, Becky.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's good to have you back. We had you on last year about another program, and this is so exciting because when we talk about getting little ones to start reading, it's never too early, is it?
Right. No, we say, as soon as they're born, even you can read to them when they're in the womb.
Yeah.
But as soon as they're born, we have story times and programs. This being a new exciting one for us, to help build their language skills, help that language development along.
And you've just rolled this program out, and it's called 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten.
Right.
Which sounds like a lot, but it is not, right?
Right. So it's a brand new program for our library. It's a national program, but we've kind of adopted it and tweaked it to make it our own. And as the title suggests, the goal is for kids to read 1,000 books before they start kindergarten. Like you said, that sounds like a daunting number, but if you break it down and think about how many that would mean you need to read per day, it seems a little more manageable. For instance, if you're starting with your 2-year-old and you have 3 years to go, if you just read one book each day in those 3 years, you'll finish it in plenty of time.
And kids typically start with those little board books anyway, don't
and
they?
They're
Which
really
are like
short.
6 pages or something.
Right.
6 pieces of cardboard.
Right. Even a preschooler who is starting kindergarten in a year, if you just read 3 books a day, you finish in less than that year. So it's definitely manageable. We try to make it as easy of a process as possible because we want as many kids to participate as possible. We really encourage from babies all the way through preschoolers to start the program.
And you've got this handy dandy. This is what you actually sign up for, because this program, as you said, you've just rolled it out, but you can start today if you want, right?
Right. Okay. Yeah, we just started. So the way it works is you can come into the library and pick up one of these reading journals. And it's set up kind of like a calendar.
Yeah.
But if you open it up, you see that each page has 100 little circles on there. There are some instructions on here and also the web address for the 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten site on the library's website, which gives a little more information, answers some frequently asked questions and such. But basically how it works is every time parents and kids read a book, they can either cross out or color in one of these circles and watch their progress. So every time they finish 100 books, they can come into the library and receive a puzzle piece.
Wow.
So on the back of the journal is a little puzzle board.
Okay.
So after every 100, they'll receive another piece at the end. Once they've finished the 1,000 books, they'll have their puzzle completed, and there's a special message on there. We'll give them our certificate to commemorate that, and then take their picture for part of our 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten Hall of Fame that we'll have online. We'll have a link to it on the website once we have kids finish.
This is what's so great about the library. You always see a project from start to finish. I mean, you're going to congratulate the kids for completing such a, and it sounds like a daunting task, but as we said, it really is not going to be.
Right, and we think having these stops along the way after every 100 gives them, those little mini achievements.
And you can repeat a book. I mean, we all know that our kids have favorite books that they want to read over and over and over and over.
Oh, yes.
So you can count that every time you read.
And actually, that repetition is good for their little brains. So reading, if they have a favorite book and you read it 10 times in a row, it counts as 10 books. So reading the same book over and over is fine. The 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten National Program also has an app. It's a free app that you can download on your iPhone or Android device. And so it's going to have a different logo because it's through the national program, but you can use it to do our program as well. If you want to go paperless, you can go that route and still come into the library after every 100 books to pick up your puzzle piece. And then we have just plain boards without the journal attached for those people who choose to go the app route. So
why is it so important to get our little ones reading?
Kids between the ages of 0 and 5, they're developing so rapidly, especially that 0 to 3 range. Their brains are developing faster than any other time. I think by the time they're 3, their brains are about 80%
Yeah, they're just
of their
sponges, aren't they?
They
take
soak
everything.
in everything. So building those language skills, all of their early literacy development at that age really helps as they go to school. If they build their early literacy skills when they're young, when they start kindergarten, they'll be ready to read. Reading is shown to be the single greatest predictor of school success. So not only is it gonna help them when they start kindergarten, but reading to them when they're young is going to help them throughout their whole school career and in life.
Well, and when I think too, when you read with your kids, which we've done, they start to recognize words because kids memorize their favorite books and they know and they try to follow along and kind of at first I think pretend like they're reading and then they start associating, oh, that word means this and I can recognize that word.
Right. And even them just telling the story in their own words is great. It builds their narrative skills, their ability to tell stories, which is important as we grow up. So yeah, you're right. All of that is helpful. We tell parents sometimes too, when you're reading, point out words occasionally that you're reading. For the older children, when they're 2, 3, 4, and they're starting to recognize that you're actually reading the words on the page and not the pictures. And so, as they look at the words and hear you read those words, they're starting to make those connections between the word you're saying and the word on the page. So,
and when we start looking at this, what's a good way, like if I decided today I'm going to start, should I pick a goal or do I just try to cut up the elephant a little bit? I mean, what's the best way to get going on it?
Well, we encourage parents to maybe pick a time of day that they're going to have as their reading time. Young kids love routines. And so, if they can expect that right before bedtime or maybe in the morning when they wake up or whenever is a good time for them and you. If they can expect to have that reading time, it's perfect. We also recommend that you choose a time that your child is in a good frame of mind. You want to make those early experiences with books positive ones to keep them interested in reading and associate books and reading with positive feelings.
Yeah, and pleasure.
Right.
And
so if they're not in a good frame of mind or you have to skip one day, no big deal. Go back to it the next day and keep trying. That's why this program, we're really excited about it because people are making a conscious effort to read books. Parents, of course, parents know that they should be reading to their kids and want to, and many do. But this is just a way to, show you and your kids how much you're doing, and really, take pride and make an effort to do that.
And I think too, to get back to the old, this is to me the greatest sound in the world is when you open a book and hear that crack. I always have loved that.
Yes.
And so many things now are electronic. Nothing wrong with that, but there's nothing like
something about holding that book in your hand.
That's right, and really seeing the pictures come to life on the page and. But you can be, this program is not just for library books, it can be for your books at home or any books that you're reading.
Yeah,
right?
There's no requirement for the type of book, or like you said, you can repeat the same book over and over. We're trying to make this program as simple as possible. We want as many people to start it and complete it. That's why we tried to make these circles easy to just cross out and a fun thing for the kids to do. You can even hang it up like a little calendar and watch as the pages fill up.
Now, is this little fellow your mascot?
Yeah, so he's just our library. He doesn't yet, but
let's name
we should name
the
him.
moose.
Name the moose. We have a little fox too.
Okay.
But we also included in this journal little literacy tips for parents too. So that's
throw out a
for
few
them.
for us.
Throw out a few. All right. Well, I said a couple, like reading to your child when it's a good time for them. Make sure. Let's see. Reading books that rhyme helps kids hear the smaller sounds and words. Helps build their phonological awareness. So hearing those rhymes, and as they get older and they're more familiar with rhymes, pausing before a rhyming word and letting them fill in the blank. It's a great way to do it. Singing songs has that same effect too. And like I said, picking a time of day to read is great. And we really suggest even starting with newborns, really young babies who don't understand that they're part of this program yet, but they will reap the benefits of it. Their little brains are making connections and they're learning language.
Well, I guess
really
at the other
early
end of the
on.
spectrum, so we talk about the little ones, and even if you're getting ready for kindergarten, you're a little one, but
Sure.
but even if you're getting ready to start, it's not too late to be a part of this program, because you can accomplish it even if you're going to start kindergarten, say, next year.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if you're going to start in a year, like I said, if you read 3 books a day, you'll finish in time. And, you know, we hope everyone will meet the goal. Even if you don't, you're still going to reap the benefits of making that effort to try, right?
Yes. Yeah,
So,
we want the puzzle
everyone
piece,
to
we want
finish,
the
but
award.
yeah, right.
We're all driven by the reward. Well, let me ask you about the youth services, because I think we all go in the library, and of course right now Woodburn Library is at Cross Point,
Right.
which is a nice setup,
Right.
if you've got little ones. But when you go to the Centerville Library, you have that beautiful room. If you're not sure where to go or what to do, your librarians in there, boy, they can direct you to whatever you need.
We try to, yeah.
And you know, reference librarians are always my favorite ones over there. But sometimes parents might feel a little lost, or maybe you haven't been to the library for a while. Don't come on in, because you all will show them around, right?
We always tell people our most important job there is to help them find what they need. So yes, we're happy to tell you about the programs we have going on,
Which are
the books
plentiful,
we have.
right?
Yes. We're really trying to build the early literacy program because we know just how important that is for the little ones. So this program, we just started our fall story times, and we have those for babies, newborns to 18 months, toddlers 18 to 36 months, and preschoolers 3 to 5 years old. And then we do family story times for all ages.
So do you have to sign up for those programs in advance?
For the baby and toddler ones,
Yeah.
just so we don't have too many to make it
Yeah,
fun
unmanageable.
and manageable,
Right,
really.
right.
We do have registration for babies and toddlers, but preschool and then our family story times. And we do have sensory story times once a month on Saturdays for differently abled kids who want to come and enjoy story time. We have those the first Saturday of the month, except for over the
that's
summer.
terrific.
So yeah, for all of those other story times, we don't require registration. Just for the baby and toddler ones, we do.
And really, that's a good way to get your child interested in reading too, because your
yeah.
storytellers are pretty phenomenally
well,
talented, right?
Well, I think so, of course. But no, yeah, and it's funny too. I just was being interviewed by a woman who's doing a school project for Sinclair, and she came to the library and they're designing a children's room at a library as a project.
Okay.
And she was telling me that she used to bring her daughter, who's now a teenager, to story time at the library all the time, and that some of her best friends are still moms and the children of moms that she met at story time
figure.
years
How
ago.
about that?
I
Wow.
know, I got little goosebumps hearing that story. So,
You can never count the library out for anything.
I think so. So
Best
hearing
friends,
stories like
yeah.
that really just kind of makes our day and makes us realize that what we do is so important.
It's so important, and it just seems so basic. We always think, oh yeah, our kids are going to learn to read, but really, it all starts at home, doesn't
Right,
it? So
it
we really have
does.
to start encouraging them when they're little.
It does.
Again, this program is called 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten. You can register online.
Actually,
right?
you don't need to register.
Oh.
You just come in and pick up a journal, or you
Okay.
start
Or
by
the app.
downloading the app at home. So there's no formal
Oh, there's no
registration.
fuss.
Yeah, no, we're trying to make it as easy as possible. So come pick up a journal or download the app.
And if you wanted to get more information, you can talk to the librarians in the children's area.
Yeah, stop in the children's room and we'll answer all of your
And
questions.
how many books can you check out when you've got those bags of books, which we didn't have a chance to talk about? But
Yes, you can check out, as long as you've had your library card for more than 2 months, 100 books at a time.
Oh my-
So just come
First
and check out
month,
100 books
done.
10 times and you're done.
That's right. Well, Becky, thank you so much
Thank
for
you for
sharing the
having me. I
information. I think
appreciate
it's a
it.
great program. For more information, you can go to the website, or you can always stop by. I guess you can go to the Woodburn at Cross Point, right?
To pick up the journals, the puzzle pieces will just be at the Centerville Library.
Okay. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.